Hello everyone, SloMo here again with some F1 race stars. That's right, racing fans, motorsports boffins. Boffins, that's not really what you would say, is it? Motorsport maniacs, that's a good one. This is F1 race stars. I don't know how to play it. It's a few years old. It looks like a mobile game. I played, oh my god, what do you do? Release and then hold? What? This doesn't feel intuitive to how you would play a kart racer. Not at all. This is... So I played a demo of this on the PS3 years ago. And really enjoyed it. And never bought it. I'm currently struggling to remember what I liked about it, because it's a bit weird. It's an interesting concept. It's Formula 1. I'm playing as Lewis Hamilton. Although I think he might have changed his name a bit. It's really odd because you've got to hold R2. I've got achieve. There doesn't seem to be the safety cars on the track. And I've been bubbleated. There's Daniel Ricciardo. Is there not a brake? I don't think there's a brake. So I'm playing at what in Mario Kart terms you would call 150cc, which might have been a huge mistake. There's a pit, but there's only 3 laps. I don't know what's going on. So I was never the biggest F1 fan, but in our household it was on quite a lot of Sundays growing up. My granddad was a big fan of it. So I kind of knew, who Nigel Mansell was and who Damon Hill was and Michael Schumacher. Schumacher's in this game, in fact. But I was never really that into it myself. I always thought, what about human endeavour over machines? You're talking about which who's got the best engine and that sort of thing. And I always just thought, no, it should be about who can run faster or throw farther or score more goals. But I suppose it does take the sort of speeds that they go at and the kind of G-force that you come up against is you do have to be fit to do it, and it does take a lot of skill, which obviously I've got in abundance, hence why I'm second. Not a clue what the buttons are outside of R2 to accelerate. Don't seem to be able to take corners particularly well. Don't know what I'm doing as far as... I think I've just put some balloons down. I don't know what I'm doing. I think I got third. That's not bad. 15 points. Squeaky clean. Don't know what's happening, to be honest. So this game is... I've actually got it on Steam. I got it quite cheap, but it's since been delisted. I think the online service for it don't exist anymore, which is shit, innit? What, am I being signalled out? Hold A to swap power up. Well, I'm peeping. There's Bruno Senna. Yeah, it's a weird mix of sort of F1 tracks with Mario Kart style nonsense. Is it right, left 2? I don't really know. I think it's left 2. Oh. So pit now to repair, but is there anything I need to repair? I've just thrown some sort of power up. But one of the things, you know, about Formula 1, I was never really into it as a televisual event, but I liked the computer games of it. And I think it's possibly because when I was a little kid, you know, I think a lot of young kids don't have that many games, or at least back in the days of physical media, didn't have that many games. And you would typically sort of just play whatever was in front of you. So it's how I ended up playing things like Outrun and Super Cycle. I'm not at all used to the controls. I've been playing a lot of N64 kart races recently. And I'm being continually thrown off by the different controller mechanisms. I wonder if there's a way to change that. Anyway, as I was saying, it was a bit... So when I bought a 3DS, the Ambassador program, when the 3DS, bizarrely, wasn't doing very well, they gave away 20 free games with it. Game Boy Advance and NES. And I bought one then, and I played everything on it that I had any sort of interest in, which is how I ended up sort of forcing myself to play what the fuck was it called? How I ended up forcing myself to play Fire Emblem and ended up really enjoying it. So I think that, like, you can play games of things that you don't think you would like and enjoy them. I know a lot of people that like football games that don't like football. Sensible World of Soccer, or Sensible Soccer, was very popular back in the day amongst people that didn't follow football. I've done absolutely terribly here. I've just realised I'm in 12th. So yeah, I used to play Formula 1 games at my friend's house on a Master System. And I eventually, when I got a PS1, I played Formula 1 97, and it was brilliant. And it was like the perfect sort of... It was realistic enough. It had Murray Walker doing commentary, and it was realistic enough that I could get into it beyond just like, this is a generic car and you're representing a generic country. But it was still sort of limited enough that I could just pick up and play it. 11th, terrible. Absolutely terrible. Well, I messed up the Initiation Cup, so we're playing whatever this cup is instead. But yeah, I remember years later, when I had a PS2, another friend of mine came round with a Formula 1 game, probably about 2005, 2006, something like that. And I just didn't like it. It was so, like, involved. Like, you had to be a big F1 fan to really get into it. And I think that's like one of the things about a lot of modern games, is that you often, I think, because of the scope that games can have now, modern sports games can be absolutely brilliant if you're a fan of that particular sport. They can be so in-depth, like in a way that old games couldn't on the, you know, the 8-bits and the 16-bits and all that. But I think if you're a casual player, you kind of lose the arcadey feel of a lot of things, which is one of the things that sort of appealed to me a bit about this. You know, I can understand if you're like an ardent Formula One fan, you can make the argument of why would you want to dumb down a Formula One game when you can just play Mario Kart if that's what you want. But I kind of like this existing as well as a sort of intermediate. I do wonder if it perhaps didn't do that well, given the fact that there's never been a sequel, and yet the servers for this have been shut down. Like I said, it is several years old now. Whoop. What is this? Where did the safety car come up? It looked like it came out of me. I can't seem to corner particularly tight. I don't quite understand why. Getting a lot of power-ups, so that's nice. Do I need to take these corners earlier? Missed them all. Oh look, there's like multiple different routes to take. That's unique. To Formula One. That'd be incredibly dangerous if they did that in a real race. Oh, look at that. Through the eye of an easel. Sensational. So do I need to hit these brakes earlier? Is that the sort of actual F1 element? I get past Bruno Senna. Oh no! I haven't learned what these things do yet. What? Oh no, I'm gonna get walloped. I've been ballooned. I've gone the wrong way. I think I've gone into the pit. Get me slicks on. Shit. Oops. Do I have to get top 3? I think I might have had to have gotten top 3 there and I didn't. Oh well, never mind. Yeah, this is kind of fun. Although the controls are a little bit balked. Here we go, across the finish line first after 2 laps. Oh, what a start! Rhythm, like a rhythm game. Yeah, I quite like this art style, although it's sort of... Oh no, I pressed the wrong bloody button! All that momentum lost. Yeah, it does. It's weird. It sort of looks a bit like a cheapy sort of mobile game, and yet I do have a soft spot for the kind of, how would you describe it? Cartoony realism that you get in games these days. I don't know why, I really like the aesthetic of it. Not for everyone, of course. Whoops. Come on, I've got to get first. Of course, I'm playing this game because it's the British Grand Prix this weekend. Which I know because I looked it up. I don't really know a lot about F1. these days. I know who Jensen Button is, and Jensen Button is in this game. He's Lewis Hamilton's teammate. Kind of, I would describe my F1 knowledge as being good enough to get a decent answer on pointless. Like my snooker knowledge, my darts knowledge, I probably do pretty well in a pub quiz. Yeah, I think I want to try and avoid those balloons. I keep having the desire to drive through them. So what does this pink bubble mean? Anything? It's not really clear. It seems to be some sort of colour system. Now is this going to ping me forward? Yes, it is. So this seems to be some yellow balloons. 3, in fact. Yeah, I don't think I'm going to do it, am I? Certainly not. Where's Daniel Ricciardo again? Get him! I overtook 2 people there and I went from 7th to 7th. How did that happen? Right, what's this going to do? It's going to boost me along. Pit now to repair. Is there any point in a 3-lap race? 2-lap race? Well, I powered my way up to 6th. But what have I really achieved? Nothing, because I'm back in 7th. Yeah, I can't get used to the controls at all. But I will say this, I think that if I did, I'd probably like this a lot more. It's pretty fun. A fun little time. Very enjoyable. Here's the finish. Oh, you bastard! Is he Pedro de la Rosa? Boom! So it turns out there's there is a 3rd race. It's a course I've already done. I've got to come first. I'm currently in 1st. I cannot get the hang of cornering. I'm in a delicious 1st place though. Oh, I wasn't watching where I was going. Shit! Do you know what I like about the big head characters in this? They remind me of those Corinthians football figures you used to get back in the 90s. Those insane big head things. Safety car's out, but for why? It's all a bit of fun, innit? Does the safety car get a power up? Can I whack it? There he goes. I think you've got to take your foot off the accelerator and brake a bit, which is a bit more F1-like than Mario Kart-like, which is fine, I suppose. I'm getting the hang of it now. Oh, purple seems to destroy everyone. Oh, I've gone in the pit. Have I pitted? Pity the fool. I don't think I needed to pit. Safety car's out again and I'm in second. Is that because I went through the bloody pit lane? It's Bruno Senna again, going past him. You're not having this off me. Get out of it. I'm not going in the pit lane this time. I'm doing it. I'm doing it. I'm winning. Oh, avoid those balloons. Oh no. I'm cutting too wide a line there. There we go. Yeah, I've basically been playing this just because it was... now your Steam wishlist just gets filled with stuff during sales that you never get around to playing. And I thought the British Grand Prix this weekend would be a good excuse to play this. And what a jolly old time I've had. Brilliant. Anyway, there you go. That was some F1 race stars with me, SloMo Hamilton. Thank you very much for watching. Please remember to like the video if you liked the video, comment on the video if you'd like to comment on the video, and perhaps subscribe to the channel if you've thought about subscribing to the channel. Thank you for watching. Goodbye.